Okay, so Ready or Not has been out for a couple weeks now. I believe damn, I don't really know the date, but it's been out for a little while, right? And just to put it in context, I have been on Ready or Not, and I made a video on, excuse me, but I did get my copy back in 2021. All right. So I've been playing it with all the changes that have came to it, whether it was a map change, it was animation change, or whether it's AI and the way that their behavior is. I've been playing it. You know what I'm saying? And first of all, I like Ready or Not because it's a different change of pace with a first person shooter. You know what I mean? It's a gritty, tactical first person shooter where, sprinting should be the last thing that's on your mind. You need to take your time and check your corners and, make sure you be wary of the rooms you go into. Make sure you check underneath that door and make sure there's not a grenade stuck to it. Or you need to, when you go in that room, make sure you watch your back because you don't know, you think it's all, all peaches and cream until you turn around and a suspect is right behind you ready to one tap you. You know what I'm saying? You don't really know what's going on. That uneasy, nerving feeling every time you load into a mission, that's what Ready or Not is. You understand what I'm saying? You are as sharp as the techniques that you learned in that game. You know what I'm saying? You are a SWAT officer. You are a team member of SWAT. This game is the successor of SWAT 4. Like I said, I made a video on it way back, way some time ago. You know what I mean? Way back. So fast forward through all of that, and I have seen everything up until the console release. Cool. Now the console release comes out. I'm like, yo, bet. All of my friends get a chance to get their hands on Ready or Not, one of my favorite first person shooters. I got a couple people that say, yo, man, I heard Ready or Not's coming to console. Yo, I can't wait to check it out. They're excited. They're happy. They're obliged to get a chance to check this out. You know what I mean? And I'm happy for them. I'm happy for a lot of y'all that's on console. I just think it's funny how some of y'all on TikTok, and I look down there in the bottom part where they have the little search suggestion, and it said how to sprint on Ready or Not. I thought that was funny, but yeah, you know what I mean. But I'm glad that everybody got a chance to get their hands on a first-person tactical shooter for once in their lives that we all experience a PC. Because sometimes console just feels like, they're excluded from PC, which that's kind of true, you know what I mean? But this is one of the times where they finally get to experience one that was an exclusive to PC. So anyway, so it finally comes to console, and I'm like, yo, bet. I hope everybody's enjoying it. You know what I'm seeing? Everybody, my friends that's playing. I'm on the PS5 Pro. I see everybody playing. I thought it was cool. I'm hoping everybody's enjoying it. I go to look at the reviews, and I'm seeing mostly negative. I'm like, what's going on? Why everybody downvoting it? Like, this is a highly touted game. What's going on? I look, and all, if not majority of them, are mostly concerned about the censorship in Ready or Not. So I'm like, what the fuck are y'all talking about? Censorship? The censor this, or hey, they ruined my game with the censorship. So I'm looking, ladies and gentlemen, just to kind of give you an idea, right? In the mission where you pretty much go into like this meth house, right, with a bunch of meth heads, right? Once you clear out the first floor, you go up to the second floor in one of the houses, and you go up there, and once you go up there, you actually go into this room where there's a child there, there's a minor there. In the 2021 version, which I'm going to just say that because that was at the time, in the 2021 version, there was a minor that's in the bed, and she's laying on her back convulsing. She's laying on her back convulsing, right? And it's to be alluded that they SA'd her and possibly drugged her, right? It looks way more graphic than what it did, right? So you can Google this stuff up because I don't want to get my video struck down for whatever. So once the console version comes out, I see the console version, and they changed the animation up to where now she goes from being on her side convulsing to now she is actually laying on her side and looks like she's sleeping. Either way, you can still allude that they're doing something to the child, because why is there a child that's in the meth, why is she surrounded by a bunch of meth heads? Oh, Lord knows that meth heads and kids do not go together. We all know that. Okay. So they changed that up, right? I think there's another mission where you open a shipping container and there's a bunch of prostitutes or, ex workers or SWs, and they are, I believe you could say that they're kidnapped, but you open the container and in the 2021 version, they were all actually naked. Like you saw just bare skin, right? They're all naked. In the console release and on the PC release, you see them all actually being clothed now. They all have on undergarments, bra and panties. So they got that going on. And when I look, I'm seeing people just are losing their minds because they switched around a couple of textures and an animation or two. And because they had to clean it up a little bit so that they can get the full release, not necessarily for PC, but on console, they were really actually losing their minds about that. Now, I understand on PC that we're so used to the freedom, there is no real restriction to PC. I get it. But at the same as that time, ladies and gentlemen, if the censorship bothers you so much, then mod it back in there. If it bothers you that bad. If it bothers you so much, ladies and gentlemen, just mod it back in there. But aside from that, my question to you is this. Because they changed a handful of textures around and some animations didn't take nothing out, but because they because they changed some things around and some textures got switched around, you're willing to throw away an entire game because of that. Like, what the fuck are we doing here? Like, I genuinely want to know, what the fuck are we doing? You know what this feels like to me? It feels like a bunch of spoiled brats. Like, it's giving me spoiled brat behavior. What this shows me is that if you don't give us what we want, we're going to riot. Right? If you guys understood the amount of shit that most of these games that are your favorites, right? Let's say Grand Theft Auto, right? There's a lot of shit in Grand Theft Auto 4, San Andreas, and in 5 that they have taken out. That was either A, inappropriate, or just didn't fit, or they didn't have time to put it in there. If you guys looked at all that shit that they took out and didn't make it in the final cut and stuff like that, y'all would be literally ready to jump off a building. Because the simple fact that you're so concerned about censorship, but the things that they quote unquote censor didn't even change the overall tone of the game. It's still nerve wracking when you go into these buildings. It's still unsettling at times where you see these things you got bodies laying around with their heads blown off. Like the first mission where you're in the gas station, there's a part where you walk in there. I remember I took a screenshot of it. There's a part where you walk in there. There's a guy literally that got headshotted, right? Head tapped. And when you look and see, he's laying there or propped up against the wall, but his phone is on the ground and you can see it like buzzing and ringing and flashing because there's a loved one calling him, trying to see and hope to God that he's okay. Do you know how bad that feels? Do you not understand how sad that is? You know what I mean? In this world you're trying to bring us into, do you not understand how sad that is? I'll give you another one. There's a mission where they try to portray themselves to be like this, what's the name of that damn thing? Like this company that's like recruiting kids and trying to do commercials and stuff like that, right? Like child talent or whatever, talent agency. And they bring in, you have to apprehend one of the suspects. His name is Brinksley, I think, or Brixley, whatever. And you have to bring him in. And when you bring him in, after you bring order to chaos, meaning you took down all the henchmen or, apprehended them, whatever. And once you do that, there's a part where there's a green screen and there's a camcorder. You can turn the camcorder on and you can overhear the audio of them talking crazy to the kids. Right? And it's like, say the line, say the effing line. I don't want to say it. Say it. Like, all right, you know what? Get the fuck out of here. Right? So then I'm looking around some more. I'm looking around in the building or in the room I'm in, and I'm seeing like there's drugs, like it's like opiates that's around in the room, you know what I'm saying? And you see all the kids' faces plastered up against the wall, and you see photos and stuff being made. I mean, fam, you can still figure out what they're alluding to, right? It doesn't have to be black and white put in front of your face. It doesn't have to. If you don't have an imagination or you don't have any bit of a brain to use, it shouldn't be that much of a fucking problem. You know what I mean? So, um, outside of that for a second, right? Let's put that to the side. This game did not change mechanically. It's still the same game as it was, probably a little bit, maybe a little down, maybe a little higher up than what it was before, but whatever. The setting is still the same. It's still a tactical first-person shooter. It's still what it is. I can understand if it went from that to now where slide canceling, sprinting, attack sprinting, bunny hopping around corners, reload canceling. I can understand if it went from what we see now to now it's like that. It's almost like a Call of Duty clone. I can understand that. Shit, I'll be making a video talking about, how down the damn drain this game has went now. This is not the game I played back in such and such. I will be making a video talking about that my damn self. But it's not that. It's still the same product as it was before, as they portrayed themselves to be. You are a part of a SWAT team, the successor to SWAT 4. You have to answer to these unnerving calls. You have to apprehend these suspects. You got to be in these fucked up ass environments, and it's like so fucked up it make your stomach turn. You have to be in these environments and have to go through and see what these victims had to go through, right? In this world they're trying to paint. But no, you also fucking hung up on the fact that they changed up an animation or a few animations, or they changed up a few textures. Y'all also caught up on that shit. What the fuck are we doing? You spoiled sons of bitches. What are we doing, bro? And it pisses me off because this is why some developers are scared to come out and make the products that they are, because of the backlash that people are getting. And it's not even a rightfully so type of backlash. It's more of a, I'm spoiled. I want it exactly like this. Hands crossed, arms crossed, lips sticking out, pouting. That's exactly what it is. I'm calling it exactly the way I see it. It's exactly the way it is. Don't talk to me about, freedom of speech, quote unquote. Freedom of speech has never really been freedom of speech. It's been freedom of speech as long as you don't piss me off. That's exactly what freedom of speech is. It's always been that. There's no way I'm going to throw away an entire fucking product because they changed a few things around. I go on Reddit. I'm watching people just literally pissing and moaning. I'm watching people getting sand all in their coochie, complaining about these things that they're taking out. You can literally just Google it and see the stuff that they not taking out. You can literally go on Reddit and look at the stuff that they switched around. Not even taken out, but just switched around. You can go look this stuff up. It's a quick Google search. And what they took out, I keep saying take out, what they switched around, it's not that big of a difference. It's not. And if you say it is, I'm starting to think that you might probably get off on this type of stuff. You know what I mean? If it really bothers you that much, you must probably get off on this type of stuff. Let's just keep it a buck. It's not that big of a deal, fam. But I'll leave you guys with this, right? I got 2 suggestions. All right, so if you made all the way to the end of the video, I appreciate you. I got 2 suggestions for y'all, man. Either play the game and shut the fuck up, or don't. And when you don't play the game, if you're not going to play it, don't project your frustrations and shit on somebody else's experience because you want them to feel the same exact way that you want, because you want them to feel the same exact way you feel. Go sit the fuck down somewhere, you basement dwelling bum. Go sit down somewhere, man. Let people enjoy Ready or Not, for fuck's sake, man. And let this be the last time we have this fucking conversation.